We're here with the new Hypermotard 950, be the third generation of the Hypermotard for Ducati, which is a pretty interesting bike. It's almost a small supermotard bike, but it's a little bigger. I kind of think of it like a 690 Duke KTM, but a little bigger than that. We made a bunch of changes for the 2019. They say there's no interchangeable parts. You've got a base bike over here. It's like $12,300, I believe, and then you got the SP, which bumps it up to $16,700, I think. But it gets Öhlins suspension, it gets cool carbon fiber trim all over it. It gets a different exhaust. It gets a bunch of different things that all add up to a bike that sits a little bit higher. We rode this one on the racetrack this morning. The Basin we took out on the street in the afternoon. They both share the same engine. The engine's all new. Now we recalibrated fueling. They wanted to make it smoother off the bottom, and they do run real nicely off the bottom. And we're talking about 114 horsepower on top, but they were really going for more power and smoother mid-range delivery. And when the tachometer gets to 5,000 RPM, it's got, I think they said 89% of the peak torque is available from 5,000 on up, but they really run great and smooth. And both of them have a new 6-axis IMU to work with the electronics, and they both have lane-sensitive ABS, traction control, wheelie control. And after a while, I felt really confident diving in. There's some really tight first gear corners here, and after a while, the nature of the bike really turns pretty quick, and you start trusting the electronics enough to really give it the whip and top cog. Because this one got, SP also gets a quick shifter up and down. It works really well. Like most of the time I wouldn't shift into first gear on a Ducati, but on this one it's easy to do, and you can go into the corners. It's really fun. The other thing that changed a lot compared to the last Hypermotard I rode was the ergonomics of the thing. I mean, the way you sit on it is still kind of the same, but the seat is a lot nicer and wider and plusher than it used to be. We rode the thing a couple hours up in the mountains, and my butt still feels fantastic. So I think that's all the information we have time for now. You know what you need to do? You need to read all the specs and everything at Motorcycle.com. So don't be going all YouTube-y and like, oh, you left out a lot of information, because I need to go write it all down and write the story over at Motorcycle.com. Click on the like button if you like the video, and if you don't, sorry. The end.